deserve better. A woman deserves better than to be led to believe that abortion is her best and only option. She deserves better than to be made to feel hopeless and alone. She deserves better than to be told that her hurting and her grief from her past abortion isn't real. She deserves better. Despite what the media says, the narrative that abortion is good for women does not empower her. It does not offer her the compassion that she is worth. The truth is the majority of expectant mothers facing unplanned pregnancies are seeking an alternative, a different path to the unique and deadly procedure of abortion. In fact, research shows that 76% of women seeking an abortion would prefer to parent if their life circumstances were different. So, what if she was not backed into a corner? What if she was offered life-changing care and support that could change her circumstances completely for the better? This kind of care is available. My name is Elise Gerstenberger, and I work for a pregnancy health center located in Phoenix, Arizona called Choices. At Choices, like pregnancy health centers all over the nation, we get to speak with the hurting, the scared, and the disheartened women every day. But we, unlike the world, believe that women are not hopeless. We believe that they and their children were created by a good God for something better. Women deserve to know that they do have options. One of these women, she came into our center recently, and she was just completely overwhelmed and anxious. She was in the midst of splitting from an abusive relationship, and she could just not imagine bringing another child in, but this time alone. What she told me is, I promised myself I would not be a single mom. She also told me that she'd previously had a surgical abortion at 13 and a half weeks. It broke my heart to hear her say, it's still all that's been on my mind. Years later, and it's still all that was on her mind. She continued her story through tears. She didn't want to go through this again. But despite her broken heart and her pain, she was considering abortion a second time. Because she believed the lie that the world is telling women that because of her circumstances, it was her only option. She left our center undecided in return for her ultrasound, and I greeted her with a pained expression, wondering how she was doing. She said this time she was leaning towards the abortion pill, and we expected her to be around 8 weeks pregnant, which is early enough to receive the pill if she found it. But her story, it didn't end here. She came out of the medical room from her ultrasound in tears. And I asked her how she was feeling. She took her ultrasound pictures out of her back pocket and just slid them over to me on my desk. The ultrasound image had showed a perfectly big, kicking and wiggling 13-week-old baby. And she told me that she now knew she could make no other decision than to keep her baby. She connected with this little life inside of her, and she changed her mind. She, like every other woman, needed real health care, real professional medical services, to hear that she has options, and to be offered compassion and healing for her post-abortive grief. And empowering these women the right way, it doesn't just save one life. It saves two, the child, but also the mothers. Now, if you're here and you also have been impacted by the lies of the abortion industry, I'm sorry, but you're not alone. Healing for you is possible. We have a booth just outside these doors, and we would love to hear your story, and we would love to talk to you and get you connected to find the healing that you need. And for those of you who are in here hearing this woman's story, and you too are moved to care for women and children in this way, I urge you, consider your role in this ministry and in this mission. Your communities need you. Your communities, your local pregnancy health centers, they need you. They need truth tellers. But above all, they need strong women like all of you who have deep compassion and grace to meet them. Because this is the health care that women deserve. Thank you.